Hello YouTube and fellow Star Wars collectors! On this episode of Toys Are the Way, we will be taking a look at the latest wave of Walmart exclusive vintage collection figures. We have some amazing characters from all the original trilogy films, A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Welcome back everyone. As you can see, I have a bunch of figures here to add to my collection, which is always great. We have plenty of army builders here as well, which is always very helpful when trying to fill out our displays on our shelves. The Episode 4 Stormtrooper and Death Star Gunner are ones that I was absolutely excited to get into my collection. I'm currently working on a new Imperial display and will definitely need plenty of troops to help fill it up. Additionally, it's nice to finally get some Bespin guards into the vintage collection. These are excellent figures to add to our carbon freezing chamber sets and a welcome addition. And lastly, it's always nice to get another R2 for the collection, even though I'd prefer Hasbro to use a different mold on this character. But with that being said, let's take a closer look at each one of these figures. And first up, we have the figure that everybody was most excited for, and it is a Stormtrooper on a classic Star Wars racetrack card. An excellent addition to your carded collection, and one step closer towards finishing the original 96. Here we have a nice image of the Stormtroopers from A New Hope, the classic Kenner logo down below, and a nice red nameplate color. Additionally, we have this wonderful definitive Stormtrooper on a nice bubble, looking good with that contrast of that red nameplate color in the back. All in all, a really nice card, and one that I'm very happy to add to my collection. On the back, he is VC 231 in the line, and we can see the rest of the figures from this Walmart exclusive wave. All in all, a great figure to get into my carded collection and also have loose. Hopefully this one will be a troop builder pack in the future because I really want to get a lot more of these Stormtroopers. I was only able to get 2 carded samples and I think about 4 to 5 openers. I would love to have a lot more. I also prefer to build in 4s and 8s for my armies, but hopefully this one will either go back up for order or, make its way into a troop builder pack. And I was also lucky enough to get at least 2 nice carded samples. That's always challenging when it's, a Walmart exclusive. Hopefully, their shipping practices become better, but for now, I was able to get a good carded sample, so very happy with that. The definitive Episode 4 Stormtrooper has been a long-awaited addition to the vintage collection. The working holster is made of a soft plastic and allows the weapon to be easily stored by the trooper's side. This is an excellent feature that enables your Stormtrooper to carry a variety of different blasters in battle, such as the DLT rifles that are seen in A New Hope. Additionally, the figure is fully loaded with modern articulation, leaving no limitations to what this trooper can do in battle. The addition of rocker ankles is a massive upgrade, making the figure definitive, but if Hasbro wanted to add new style barbell hips to the figure and include the proper rifle without the flashlight as shown here, this masterpiece would truly be complete. And here we have the Imperial Gunner on a Return of the Jedi card. A nice looking card back with an image of the character standing in the Death Star looking pretty good. We have this nice yellow nameplate color that really helps the contrast of the black of this figure just really pop. Nice Kenner logo down below. All in all, a very strong card for your collection. On the back, he is VC 232 in the line. And I'm very happy to add this one to my Imperial Trooper carded collection. I definitely like this troop a lot. He was one that I didn't have too many of from the Rogue One release, so definitely happy to get this one back out there. The card looks pretty good. I know the attire is slightly different, but the Death Star Gunner costumes were a bit all over the place. And regardless, this is definitely a welcome addition to the vintage collection. The Death Star Gunner is an essential figure for any collector who wishes to have a proper Imperial display. The figure sports its iconic helmet and now features Imperial decals on both biceps, which is a fantastic upgrade from the Rogue One release. While the character is normally sitting in a gunner station or standing at attention during the Emperor's arrival, the figures are armed with plenty of articulation. This allows for an excellent range of motion and some dynamic battle poses, which is essential for any troop builder in my opinion. And here we have the Bespin Security Guard, Helder Spinoza, on a Empire Strikes Back card. We have a nice image of the character here with the Kenner logo down below. This is an image from the movie when Lando decides to turn on the Empire and takes a few Stormtroopers hostage, saving Princess Leia and Chewbacca. Really nice card. We have a nice looking figure here, looking really good against that orange nameplate color. I really like that contrast. Fantastic stuff. I didn't get the best of samples from Walmart for this figure. You can see there's some bad bends and creases right there, but I plan to still open this guy and maybe put a different head on him and like swap him out for a custom, so we'll see. Something I'm gonna work on, but yeah, unfortunate I didn't get a great carded sample. On the back, he's VC 233 in the line. And all in all, this is a great card, and it's great to finally get some Bespin Security Guards into the Vintage Collection. Helder Spinoza is a great addition to the Vintage Collection, and demonstrates Hasbro's creativity when using their tooling assets to deliver a new character into the line. This figure is composed of General Lando's legs and young Lando's arms from the solo release, and when paired with premium paint applications, a new head sculpt, and torso, this partially tooled figure is an excellent upgrade to any Cloud City diorama. The figure also sports a new holster that allows the blaster to be put away for safekeeping. And next, we have another Bespin Security Guard, and it is Isdam Edian on an Empire Strikes Back card as well. We have a nice image of the character here with some stormtroopers on Cloud City. I really like that image. Kenner logo down below. I believe this is when they're escorting Boba Fett and Han and Carbonite out of Cloud City, so really nice image there, and I just love this teal color. I'm a big fan of teals and blues, and that's one of my favorite colors that's used in the Vintage Collection name pill colors. I would love to see that more often, but looks good here, and the character really pops nice off of that. So all in all, a very strong card. Once again, I didn't get the best of samples when it comes to these Bespin Security Guards, but that's okay. I'm still going to open this one as well, and maybe, make some kind of custom out of it. But all in all, very happy to have it. On the back, he is VC 239 in the line. And I think this is definitely my favorite of the two Bespin Security Guards. I just like the image, I like the name pill color. It's a really good looking one. Just like his fellow Bespin Security Guard, this figure is an excellent addition to our collections. Whether you're adding more figures to your carbon freezing chamber sets, or conducting security sweeps in the halls of a Cloud City diorama, Isdam Edian can certainly hold his own. The figure is able to strike a number of action poses due to the ball-jointed hips, knees, shoulders, and elbows. And while this release is not as advanced as recent TVC offerings, the level of articulation is still very impressive. And here we have R2D2 sensor scope on an Empire Strikes Back card. A really nice image of R2D2 here with the Kenner logo down below, and this is a classic one to get into your collection. I unfortunately didn't get the best of samples. You can see it's got this terrible line up there and a lot of smudging. Just wasn't delivered very well. And believe it or not, this one came in better condition than my other one because the bubble had completely separated from the card. So that was definitely my opener. But all in all, happy to have it. We got a nice R2D2 figure here. It's not my favorite one. I prefer the Build-A-Droid mold, but this is what we're getting. We have his sensor scope, which isn't a sensor scope. It's actually a little camera that he uses to navigate his way through that swamp in Dagobah. Would have been really cool if we actually got the sensor scope. I don't know, if Hasbro is thinking about tooling a sensor scope, but that clearly wasn't on their radar. Regardless, not bad to get into your collection if you don't have an R2D2. On the back, he's VC 234 in the line. Hopefully I can get a better sample of this in the future. It's not one that's like top of my list priority, but I wouldn't mind having this R2D2 on a better card. Despite the small stature of this astromech mold, the figure is still a nice addition to the Vintage Collection, and allows new collectors a chance to add R2 to their collections. While this figure is not regarded highly by other collectors and R2D2 sensor scope comes with more articulation than the average Astro Droid. In addition to the stand-in pop-up sensor, a chest compartment conceals an articulated forearm. This is a helpful feature if you want to display the figure fixing issues or logging into terminals. Unfortunately, you cannot display the figure with its third leg concealed and sensored down. It must be removed, and to conceal the compartment, the droid's head must be turned to the side. This is a limitation in my opinion and makes the figure frustrating. I hope you've enjoyed this video and taking a look at these impressive figures from the Vintage Collection. Were you able to pre-order these Episode 4 Stormtroopers? And if so, how many? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear about it. And don't forget to drop a like on this video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It really helps and is always greatly appreciated. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you on the next video.